in the heart of a bustling metropolis, where towering skyscrapers touched the clouds and city lights painted the night in a vibrant glow, an ancient terror awakened. This was not your typical city dweller. This was a creature of legend, a myth made real, a serpent as colossal as the skyscrapers themselves, its scales as black as the night sky. With an eerie grace, it moved, silently cutting through the shadows that clung to the city's alleyways and deserted streets. Its eyes, glowing a malevolent red, peered through the darkness, while its forked tongue flicked in and out, tasting the fear that hung heavy in the air. This was no ordinary snake. It was a creature of nightmares, a monstrous silhouette against the neon-lit skyline, an ancient terror awakened in a city that never sleeps. Unbeknownst to the urban dwellers, a colossal serpent, its scales as black as midnight, silently slithered through the shadows. The snake, a creature of nightmares, moved with an eerie grace, winding its way through narrow alleyways and deserted streets. It slithered silently, its scales as dark as the shadows it inhabited, its eyes glowing an ominous red. It was a spectre in the night, its monstrous silhouette a stark contrast against the city's neon-lit skyline. The city's heartbeat quickened as whispers of the serpent's presence began to circulate. The bustling metropolis was now a breeding ground for fear and panic. The authorities, caught off guard by the enormity of the situation, struggled to comprehend, much less control, the unfolding chaos. The city's vibrant streets quickly became desolate as a sense of dread settled, heavy and stifling, like a blanket over the city. Evacuation orders were issued, the city's denizens fleeing in a desperate bid for safety. But the serpent's insidious advance was relentless, outpacing the frantic efforts to escape. Evacuations began, but the snake's insidious advance outpaced the frantic efforts to escape. The serpent, drawn by the rhythmic pulsing of city life, coiled around skyscrapers, crushing them with a sickening crunch. Its colossal form, a monstrous silhouette against the neon-lit skyline, moved with an uncanny grace and speed that belied its size. The city, once a testament to human achievement, was reduced to a playground for this ancient terror. As the serpent wound its way through the city, its black scales glistened in the harsh glow of the remaining city lights. Each twist, each coil of its monstrous body brought about more destruction. Skyscrapers, once reaching for the heavens, crumbled under the immense weight, their shattered glass and steel raining down on the deserted streets below. The serpent's monstrous form blocked out the moon, casting the city into an eerie darkness. Its eyes, two glowing orbs of malevolent red, pierced through the night, casting long, sinister shadows that danced and flickered across the devastated landscape. The city, once a beacon of light and life, was now a bleak canvas for the serpent's destructive artistry. The residents, those who had not managed to escape, watched in terror from their apartment windows. They bore witness to the unrelenting destruction, their hearts beating in sync with the serpent's rhythmic movements. Their eyes mirrored the fear that gripped the city, a fear as palpable as the cold air that swept through the deserted streets. Each crushing blow from the serpent echoed through the canyons of concrete, a chilling reminder of the city's impending doom. The once bustling metropolis was now silent, save for the serpent's eerie hiss that resonated in the air, a haunting symphony of despair. As the destruction unfolded, a sense of hopelessness engulfed the city. The realization began to set in, a chilling truth that seeped into the hearts of the residents. There was no escape. The city, once a bustling metropolis, was now in the monstrous grip of the serpent. Panic and despair enveloped the city as the realization set in. There was no escape from the monstrous coils that constricted tighter with each passing moment. The serpent's destruction was complete, its insatiable hunger momentarily satiated. The city lay in ruins, a somber testament to the terror of the night. As the snake reached the city center, a deafening silence fell upon the once thriving metropolis. The city, once a vibrant symphony of life, now lay in ruins, its heartbeat stilled by the serpent's insidious presence. The once bustling streets were now deserted. The neon lights that once painted the night in hues of joy now flickered feebly in the oppressive darkness. The serpent, a monstrous silhouette against the ruined skyline, surveyed its domain with a sinister satisfaction. Its eyes, glowing a malevolent red, cast an unholy light over the devastated landscape. The once towering skyscrapers were now reduced to rubble, monuments to a city that once was. As the serpent's hunger was satiated, it began to recede into the shadows from whence it came. Its colossal form disappeared, leaving behind a city held in the icy grip of terror. The serpent, having satisfied some inscrutable hunger, vanished into the night, leaving behind only the haunting echoes of a city consumed by the monstrous presence that had coiled through its very heart.